Hey, what's up, guys? Scott here, back with my first video in quite a while. Just been so busy with work and the holidays, and time just kind of got away from me and just been. But anyway, I wanted to do a video, especially for Christmas Day. Well, first of all, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you all had a great time with your family and friends, and hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. And then, so that said, I want to talk about some stuff coming up in the spring within the next few months. Two things in particular I'm really, really excited about. And well, of course, what else would it be about but superheroes? So what stands out about these two things specifically, even though I'm looking forward to quite a bit, these two things I wanted to be able to share with my friends and family. So I watch a lot of superhero stuff, and I know that it's pretty much impossible with the way people's schedules are and how busy people get. It's pretty much impossible for me to be able to share everything I love with everyone, right? Even my friends that are the most avid fans like me. But there are certain few things that I like to pick and choose to be able to share with people. For example, crossover events, Arrowverse crossover events, which the new one just finished. The most recent one just finished, Armageddon, which I loved, by the way. Armageddon, different movies that come out, like the most recent one, Spider-Man No Way Home, big, huge movie that I want to share with everyone. So there are certain superhero things that come out every cycle, that I want to share with everyone, basically, that even the most casual fan, I think that they would enjoy, right? So the two things coming up in the spring, those two things would be, first off, The Flash Season 8. So let me explain. So even though I love the first few seasons of The Flash, seasons 1 through 4 in particular, all excellent in my opinion. They do, I wouldn't say they suffer, but I mean, for people to be able to get into it, they do suffer from a problem where each season has a season-long story with one villain with a lot of filler. It's just hard for a person that's so busy to get invested in that, But starting with season 6, the showrunner Eric Wallace, what he started doing what they're calling the graphic novel format for seasons, where you have like 2 or 3 stories with a little bit of filler, but you have 2 or 3 main stories that are only like a few episodes long, like 4 to 6 episodes or something like that. So that is shareable with people. You can set aside a time to enjoy, or get people into that, because people's attention spans and schedules are just so, nowadays, especially with social media and everything. This was such a genius move on his part to have the season separated into these story arcs. Most recently, you had the Godspeed Imperative arc, and then Armageddon, the crossover type thing they started this season with, which are both their own self-contained stories. Now, you have like references and stuff to other stuff, sure, but they're their own self-contained things. So that's what I love that Eric Wallace, the showrunner, has started doing with The Flash, because I can get people more into The Flash and share the show with them with these smaller stories. So that's what I love. So anyway, all that said, and the other thing was the movie coming out in May, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which I think finally, like that one, I am all in on. Like, oh yeah, that one's going to be amazing. So with let's talk in detail about these things. So starting with The Flash Season 8, the second half, I'm still trying to catch all my friends and family up on the Godspeed arc and Armageddon, because I think those are going to be kind of essential viewing before watching the second half of the season. But Eric Wallace, the showrunner, has confirmed that this season will also follow the graphic novel format, where you'll have 2 or 3 main stories with some filler, what they're calling interludes, in there too. So the official synopsis for the rest of the season came out, where it says 2 new threats arise from the ashes of Armageddon, and one of them will cause Team Flash to face horrors they can't even comprehend, and change them forever. And I'm kind of paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it. Like, their victory in Armageddon is short-lived, because these 2 new threats pop up, and one of them is going to cause them horrors that they've never even seen before, that they can't even begin to comprehend. So it sounds like they're going with a horror-based, at least a little bit horror-based this season, which I love. So I'm excited to learn more about who these 2 new threats are and what the story is going to be. So I'm excited to share it, hopefully be able to share that with all my friends and stuff. And then, of course, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, if you've seen the trailer, very, very horror vibe, right? Of course, Sam Raimi is directing it, and he's directed quite a few horror movies. He's known for his horror, so they picked the perfect director for this movie, if they were wanting to go for a horror vibe. So, yes, Doctor Strange 2 looks like Scarlet Witch is in it, Wanda is in it, and it looks like her and Doctor Strange are going to team up, which I'm really excited to see. So, yes, and it looks like the monster that you see very, very briefly in the trailer, Gargantos. He's this giant tentacled one-eyed monster, and we don't know exactly what role he's going to play, but we see a brief clip of Doctor Strange fighting him, so that's cool. And like I said, excited to see Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch team up, and just the whole horror vibe of this story it looks like there may be an evil Doctor Strange. So yeah, this movie has a lot going for it to get excited about. So yes, these two things coming up. Very excited to share with my friends. I'm going to stay on top of the info and everything and keep them in the loop. So yes. Now, as far as the most recent things that aired, I kind of touched on it briefly earlier. Armageddon, the most recent, I guess you call it the most recent special event the Arrowverse did. It was kind of a crossover, but kind of not, because it was all in one show. But it was their most recent special event. Overall, I really liked it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it could have been better, but overall, I think what they were trying to do, they did really good. It had to me, Black Lightning and Mia Queen were the standout of the guest stars, and but I want to see more of those two coming back for sure. But overall, I thought the story was really solid and well done. I may do a full review later to talk about what I would have done different, but overall, very solid event. Then Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, a huge, huge movie for Spider-Man and Marvel fans alike. Without any spoilers, great movie. Go see it. So much fan service, good action, great story. Yes, just go see it. I give that movie at least a solid 8.5 out of 10. Probably even more of a 9 out of 10, because I did have a few issues with it, but great movie. Go see it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to everything and keeping everybody in the loop. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out.